Hello and welcome to the PGP podcast, your one-stop shop for all the gaming news you need to know about. I'm Rick and I'm surrounded by my wonderful co-host Garden. Welcome.
Hello.
And surrounded by my other wonderful co-host Prollynotparis.
Hello.
So today we have a very special show. We're going to watch the Xbox Games Showcase 2023. So I expect a lot of surprises. This one is one of the big three video game constructors, so I hope that they're gonna show a lot of exclusivity. I'm very excited if we're gonna have updates on things like Fable, maybe things like Perfect Dark or Indiana Jones. So that's what I'm expecting from this show. Like, do you have something that you'd like to see from the Xbox side, Garden?
No, I don't think so. I'm hoping to see I'm just really hoping to see there's a lot really good games for the Xbox, and also if the showcase is a lot more, a lot like I feel like I'm trying to see if it's really exciting as the PlayStation showcase. So
Yes, I hope it would be better even. What about you, Probably? Is there something that excites you on the Xbox side?
I'm pretty excited to see whether or not that Perfect Dark game you mentioned would be good.
Yeah.
I was hearing about the quadruple A studio flopping and then somebody coming in to build something from the ashes. I wonder if it's going to be good, or if the whole event is just a stinking pile of should have let it go.
Yeah, we'll see if the initiative can pull it out, because it's an unproven studio with a lot of talents, and we haven't seen anything from them. But there's a lot of things that we haven't heard from Xbox. We have Senua's Sacrifice 2, Hellblade 2. There's the Indiana Jones games that's made by Machine Games that we haven't heard about. They are the one who made Wolfenstein Theories. Also ID Software. They bought Bethesda, so they possibly have Doom now. They have the ID devs, so maybe some new Doom stuff. I'd like to see any surprise would be good, but I feel like it should be the time to show Perfect Dark and what's back in the initiative. And I know you play Halo, Garden. Do you expect anything from Halo on that showcase?
I don't think I expect anything. I hope that maybe there's updates of a new game, but they're still working on it though. I don't expect them to come up with a new game because I want them to take their time.
Is there some online enhancement that you'd like to the first game?
You mean Halo Infinite?
In Infinite, yeah. Is there some modes that you'd like them to add, or?
Well, they did a good job adding Forge and stuff, and they're usually coming up with new modes, but they're really just kind of events. So I don't know. I'm just hoping that
a new one further down the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I hope they improve on Halo.
Yeah. I hope they just bring it back to the drawing board right now. I don't think Halo Infinite was a product of the quality of any Halo. I think Halo deserves a little bit better. But
although I really do enjoy Halo Infinite, I just wish there was a lot more to it.
Yeah. So let's start it. I'm very excited, and let's watch the show.
So who's the angel, who's the devil, though? That's the real question between Solomon and Johnny.
I'd like to think I'm always an angel.
This is Hellblade. Starfield. Yeah, there's also the Starfield event we need to watch after that.
Oh yeah, Forza Motorsport.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see what that looks like.
Some updates maybe for that was simulator, flight simulator.
Pretty skylines too.
Yeah, nice sizzle reel. I hate those.
Honestly, this montage is really nice.
It's nice, but I feel like it spoils the.
It kind of does, yeah. Mhm.
I mean,
It kind of shows everything, yeah.
it's even naming it.
Yeah.
Payday 3.
Fallout 6, Cyberpunk.
Okay, so they're signposting for us. They're showing us what's gonna be going on. I like it.
Overwatch, huh?
I see a lot.
Wait,
of,
is there like an update to Overwatch too, or like what?
I see a lot of multi-platform in there too.
Yeah.
No. Want to share that code.
Welcome to the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. My name is Tina Amini, and I'm here to dive a little bit
from
more
IGN.
into the games you saw at our recent Xbox Games Showcase.
Oh, she's not from
Showcase
IGN
featured
anymore.
27 ambitious games.
She moved to
all coming
Xbox.
to Xbox. Games like
Wow.
Clockwork Revolution from In Exile Entertainment, Fable from Playground Games, and from our partners, Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom. Today, we'll take a closer look at some other games from our showcase lineup and introduce you to some more games too. We've got the game director of Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment breaking down the
Avowed,
game's
that I'm
trailer,
very excited.
and the game director of Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks is here to tell us about their newest update. You'll also hear from Sarah Bond, head of the Gaming Ecosystem Organization for Xbox, who will tell us more about a program to bring games from underrepresented developers with unique visions to Xbox and Game Pass. And we may just have a few other fun guests in store for you too, so stay tuned. But first, let's check out the rainy streets and sinister markets of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty.
So
Hello
the
everyone,
Cyberpunk
I'm
update.
really excited to welcome you to
Well,
this
DLC.
exclusive Xbox store over Black Market, one of the locations in Dogtown that you are going to be able to explore in Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. As you can see, Dogtown welcomes you with an open arms. This is Black Market, a location
the
where
bad
you as
news.
a player, as a mercenary, you can obtain
Sometimes I do.
unique cyberware and weapons, things that you cannot find anywhere in this world. Dogtown is a part of Night City, but has its own very distinct look and vibe. It's outside of the jurisdiction of NCPD, attracting all kinds of eccentrics and dangerous characters.
Radical mods, Jim. Never seen anything like that on a non-maelstromer.
You mean this? Ain't seen nothing yet. Check this out. Or this here.
We have put a lot of work into making the world feel more alive. Small scenes, secrets to find, Easter eggs, make this place feel more vibrant and more believable.
Maintenance accessories.
But what's inescapable in Dogtown is Kurt Hansen. Kurt is a leader of Borges militia who rules Dogtown with an iron fist.
You've come to the right place. NCPD, gang wars, not in Dogtown. Taxes, who the
Check this out.
needs them? In Dogtown, I keep your business safe as long as you abide by my rules.
A really nice guy, as you can see.
I thought so.
The black market also is a place where you can find new illegal weapons and goods. They are some of the most powerful items in the world, but are often much more dangerous to use. A new cyberware capacity system, which leads you to push your body to the limit and gives you new abilities to deliver more thrilling gameplay experiences, like the air dash or the ability to see the enemies through the walls, or change your appearance to lose the heat. The Barghest is the authorities of Dogtown, and they are more dangerous than NCPD. When you as a player commit crimes in Dogtown, they are the guys who are going to chase you. We have completely overhauled the police system. Police actions are more believable,
I would hope so.
dynamic, and diverse. The team has been working passionately to deliver you more deeper and meaningful experience, and I really cannot wait for you to find out more this September. See you in Dogtown.
See you in Dogtown.
Maybe.
26th of September.
Phantom Liberty.
Seems pretty decent.
We're not done talking about CD Projekt Red's next dive into the story between V and Johnny just yet. In fact, we're here with the voice and stylings of Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves himself. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise. Well, Phantom Liberty introduces us to an entirely new location in Night City. It's called Dogtown. It's this devastated place. It's controlled by a militia. But I think you know more about it than I do. So how would you describe it to players?
Night City has its own kind of levels to it. And I think Dogtown is kind of going down to a darker place. It's dystopian. It has a tension to it and this undercurrent of kind of violence, you know, like, and struggle, you know. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Shit's gone down in Dogtown.
Oh, I like that tagline.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, I mean,
Sounds like
it'll be
dog
fun
shit to
for
me.
people to
Yeah.
to play there.
Kind of does.
It's hard to believe that there's an underbelly to the underbelly
Yes,
that
that's
is Night
good.
City, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm a little
yeah.
scared, but in a
Yeah.
good way.
No, it's a good way. I mean, we're all kind of we're all moths to the flame, aren't we? And there's a lot of flame in Dogtown.
Well, if anyone can take it on, it's V, so that certainly
Yeah.
gives me the confidence.
Yeah, Visa Survivor,
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
you know?
And we just saw a tour of Dogtown, too, so we got a little bit of that
Oh, cool.
ambiance, and we can see what the environment is like. People are getting beat up. It's not good.
It's, yeah.
It's not the friendliest place to be. You gotta be prepared for it, truly.
Yeah.
But in our tour, we also hear a recording from a Colonel Kurt Hansen. Who's this guy? Because he seems pretty dangerous, too.
Yeah, that guy. No, I'm sorry. I can't say that. My inner Johnny came out.
I think that's
My
good. You know,
inner-
we know the tone now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's ex-military, military too, ruthless, power hungry, manipulative, and Johnny doesn't like him.
I could see that. Night City in general is the kind of place that breeds that kind of character.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back. Let's talk about Johnny as a person instead of this horrible person known as Colonel Kurt Hansen. I don't know about this guy, but people like Johnny, and I think it's interesting because we know him to be opinionated. He's radical. We've seen that in Cyberpunk 2077 in the main campaign, but as we get to know him, he's got a sensitive side too. He can actually be quite caring.
That's what makes it so much fun. He is outspoken. He's a little grumpy. And he has a right to be. He's been used, he's been abused, he's been abandoned. And I think that through that kind of hardness of his outside, there is a vulnerability to him. And I think what's great about it is I get to play that character in so many different ways, and so the range of it is cool.
And especially for the player, you get to see these moments in flashbacks. You start to understand he's a product of his upbringing, truly, of his surrounding.
Well, let's not get carried away. I mean,
It's a very
when you
slow
start
start
talking
to
about nature and
presentation.
nurture. I'm sorry, I keep dropping into Johnny, but
Yeah.
yeah, I like his anger. I like his passion. I like what he stands for. He's really just looking for a fair shot, and I love that he's kind of going through music. That there's an artist side to him, and you know, I got some great speeches.
There's all these moments with Johnny where a tiny little thing, you know, elicits this really fun response. You can flip him off and he double birds you back. Like, I love those kind of moments.
Or a rock.
I think another interesting lens of looking at him as we get into Phantom Liberty is his dynamic with Solomon Reed. So what can you tell me about Johnny's relationship with Idris Elba's character?
I think Solomon has some things in common with Johnny in the sense of the military, the sense of being used, abused. You know, it's in the title, right? They're fighting for a liberty. You know, Solomon's kind of trying to reclaim his life, you know, and Johnny's doing the same thing. You know, it's Cyberpunk 2077, so it might start off as revenge, and it might end as revenge, but I think sometimes he feels like he's lashing out at the wind, you know? And I think Solomon has been living out in the kind of the desert of his life, right? Kind of hiding and harboring.
Yeah.
But I think he also has that kind of soft and hard side to him as well.
So as somebody who's very familiar with thrillers, because you've starred in a few, what do you think about Phantom Liberty makes for a good spy thriller in particular?
The quest to understand what's going on. So, and the kind of scavenger hunt of information, the mystery, the double crossing, what is true, what's fiction, what can you count on? You can't count on anything. That is really kind of amplified.
A lot of vengeance and betrayal.
Well, thank you so much for coming out to another Xbox presentation. You've got a lot of fans
That
out there
doesn't
in the
need to
Xbox
tell us
community,
anything.
so I think I can speak for all of us in saying we really appreciate you showing up here today.
Well, they just want you to play the game, I bet.
Yeah.
This is the breakdown of the trailer, not the game, I guess.
How do you think Johnny would end this interview right now?
Well, there's a lot of ways you could do that. But, Tina, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, is that how Johnny would do it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Nice to see
such
you.
a pleasure to have you here. I thought you were going to kick down the camera or something, so.
No, you see, he's respectful. You know, you're a good egg.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Yeah.
And I'll see you out there again soon.
Okay.
Oh, this is the studio from Justin Roiland. Yeah, this is High on Life.
Yeah.
I like the game. I really like the game.
I never actually played the game. I kind of just watched it, but I do love the content.
It's very funny.
Oh, I'm so sorry for dragging you all into this.
High on Life.
Oh,
Says
he sounds like
DLC.
why does he sound like a character from Friday Night at Freddy's? It's weird.
Well, he's Rick and Morty's voice.
The world you think you live in doesn't exist. It's a pantomime.
He sounded like Funtime Freddy, kind of.
Theater. And if you get a glimpse behind the scenery, the stagecraft, you'll discover nothing but darkness. And once perceived, it will swallow you whole. I'm in a race against this darkness. A race to locate an ancient ruin.
Oh, strategy game.
Unspeakable power. I know
For Xbox?
the best of the best. But they're all dead.
That's funny.
Kind of like XCOM.
So I'll use
Yeah,
you,
exactly. Like XCOM.
scoundrels, thieves, cutthroats.
I love
The
XCOM.
best of the worst.
I love XCOM. But there's like 30 of those games every year.
Yeah.
And with Divinity and all that, I don't think this is gonna compete.
Maybe. Maybe. You just pick a dude up and throw him into the fire.
Like Midnight Sun was great. I love Midnight Suns. The Marvel game. The Lamplighter League. Yeah, I've heard about that in another presentation. And it's day one on Game Pass, so free for Game Pass.
When it comes to RPG studios, Obsidian Entertainment is among the very best. From Fallout New Vegas and The Outer Worlds to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Pentiment, Obsidian Games have placed their stamp on the genre. Joining us today for a closer look at Avowed is game director Carrie Patel. Carrie, I'm so excited to have you here. We just saw this big reveal of Avowed.
Okay, Avowed is like
many little bits of information
Skyrim.
that I want to dig out and pick your brain around. But before we get into all that, I'm assuming that you don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2 to really get into Avowed.
It's in the Pillars of Eternity.
You don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2. You can come to the world of Avowed fresh. We want this to be a welcoming experience to new players. But if you are a returning fan, there are some recognizable tidbits.
For people who have played Pillars 1 or 2, can you tease any more of just those general connections to the universe? And no major spoilers, of course.
Yeah. There are a couple returning characters that players might recognize from Deadfire in particular. Players who have played the original games will recognize some of the parts of the world and some of the factions. The Adirian Empire plays pretty heavily into the world of Avowed, so all of that will be familiar to returning players.
We do start to see some of that Pillars universe now in the Avowed setting, which is really exciting, and it's looking amazing so far. But can you confirm one thing for me? Are we still in Aora?
We're still in Aora, and specifically we're in a region called the Living Lands. So again, returning Pillars fans will recognize the Living Lands as this otherworldly frontier. It's very remote. It's relatively unknown. It's this very dramatic landscape full of all of these different valleys with these unique biomes and creatures, just a really unique visual perspective. And it's a wonderful frontiersy spot that's set for adventure. There's a lot that's undiscovered. And so that's the part of Aora that we're introducing players to in Avowed.
And we also see a character talking to us in the trailer. He seems like he might be a companion, because that would be a very Obsidian thing to do. So what's going on with that?
Yes, this is Kai, and he is one of the first companions you meet in the game. He's an Amawa. That's one of the unique species of the world of Aora. And Kai as a character brings a balance of this really battle-hardened perspective. He's seen a lot. He's served as a soldier and a mercenary, but he also has a really unique sense of humor. So he brings a spirit of levity and camaraderie to the party as well.
And as he's talking to us, he's also kind of conveying, well, he's straight up saying that he's afraid of you and your abilities. But it's not like the heroes are the only powerful beings in this universe. So I'm curious what that means for who we are as the player character. Are we a watcher again, like in Pillars 1 and 2? Or maybe we have some connections to the spirit realm and beyond that gives us these terrifying abilities?
So you're not a watcher this time, but you do have a unique soul connection to the world that gives you a connection to the Living Lands and to some of the more mysterious forces at work there. The player is also being sent as an envoy of the Adirian Empire, and so they come with both a very mysterious aura, but also a certain sense of political urgency.
Kai also mentions a plague. That's another bit of detail that we get within the trailer. We see a very concerning growth on a lot of the creatures in the world. What can you tell us about this plague?
I can't say too much just yet, except that it is a unique soul plague that is devouring the Living Lands, and part of the player's mission in being sent here is to investigate and try to stop it.
We also saw a lot of combat in the trailer, and we see dual-wielding pistols, we see spells, we see swords, we see just a ton of abilities. A lot that actually is really reminiscent of the Pillars universe too, but those were isometric top-down view games, and Avowed is a first-person game. So how did the team approach that same kind of fantasy combat, but in the first person for Avowed?
So we wanted to take that same depth and breadth of play styles and combat abilities and player fantasies, where you can play someone who's very magically attuned, more traditional fighter or ranger, and really invest in whatever play style is most appealing to you personally. We wanted to take that depth and breadth and translate it into a first-person experience, where you can feel the visceral nature of the attacks, feel the dynamism and the momentum of those attacks as you're executing them, and that means including a range of options like, as you noted, dual-wielding pistols, which is one of my favorites, because you don't see that often in fantasy RPGs, but also traditional sword and board, a whole host of magical abilities, a lot of things that'll be both a little bit familiar, but hopefully new to players as well.
And I've got one more question for you, because I know the audience is going to want to know this one, but just how big is this game?
So it's going to be roughly comparable to something like Knights of the Old Republic 2 or The Outer Worlds. It is set up as a series of interconnected open zones that players can explore at their own pace. You can invest in discovering every nook and cranny in the world, discovering every secret, finding every side quest, meeting every character, or you can have a much more
This game is going to be
experience.
big.
And it's really up to players and how much time they want to spend in the living lands, but I'm hopeful that they're going to spend a lot of time
very
with us
open
once
world,
Avowed
right?
releases.
Well, count me in
The
as
way
one
she's
of those players,
describing
'cause I
it.
definitely want to
like
read
five
and hear every
small
line of
maps and
dialogue, everything everyone has to tell me,
Oh.
and discover every inch of the living lands. Well, thank you
They
again
can
so
make
much
something
for being
different,
here,
too.
Carrie. This has been so
Like the amount of
insightful and
content.
fun.
Thank you, Tina. This has been a pleasure.
It just sounded like
That
it'd
was
be
just a
very
taste
open
of what you
world.
can expect from Obsidian Entertainment when Avowed lands next year on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass.
They barely showed it though.
Yeah, if you have like 5 worlds you can go to, but each world has a ton of depth, like a mountain of lore, ton of story, ton of character development. Then,
Yeah,
like,
but this
the
could
game-
also be another Redfall.
Who knows? The way she answered those questions, like actual character
퍼스트
descriptions,
디센던트는
like
언리얼
values,
엔진 5를 사용한 차세대 3인칭 루트 슈터 게임으로 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S, 엑스박스 1을 포함해 콘솔과 PC 크로스플레이가 가능하고 프리투플레이로 즐기실 수 있도록 개발 중입니다.
Wait, it'll be free to play?
디센던트에서 플레이어는 계승자가
Wait, can it be free to play on PC though? Or
It's
just
PC
all
and
the games?
Xbox, yeah, and it's crossplay.
계승자는
Okay.
플레이어의 캐릭터로서
Descendant.
다양하고 개성적인 컨셉과
Oh, okay. I see. It almost looked like,
플레이어는
you know, like Overwatch, Apex, that kind of games.
스토리를
Yeah.
체험하고
Yeah.
다양한
But
임무를
with Unreal Engine
혼자서
5.
혹은 협동 플레이로 수행하게 됩니다.
and
Which is
they-
10 times better, let's be real.
플레이로 거대 보스와의 레이드를
It's good.
Where are
이용할 수
you
있습니다.
from?
거대 보스별 다양한 기믹과 부위 파괴 등을 통해 밀도 높은
Oh, I
플레이를
see. It's actually
체험할
not
수
like
있습니다.
those because it's not a battle royale.
현재 개발팀은
No, it's more
작년
like a
베타
Remnant
테스트에서
thing.
플레이어분들에게 받은
Yeah, and I kind of
피드백을
like that.
개선하는
I
점과
love Remnant.
신규 컨텐츠의 개발을
The
병행하고
first
있습니다.
Descendant.
지금 보시는 화면은 최초로
This will be
공개한
really fun to play with,
엑스박스
like,
시리즈
with your friends and
Yes,
stuff.
exactly. This looks really good.
언리얼 엔진 5를
Um,
사용한 높은
So
퀄리티의
it's kind of
It,
like
it
a,
looks like a better version of
신규 개승자 역시
and what was
개발
that?
중에
What was that
있는데요.
game? It just looks
이
like way
개승자는
better.
불을
version
이용한
of.
독특한 컨셉의 플레이를
I'll
경험할
find
수
it.
있도록 디자인되었습니다. 또한
Yeah, some nice
자기장을 이용한
abilities.
방어 능력과 비행 스킬을 지닌 새로운 캐릭터도 개발하고 있습니다. 플레이어분들이 더 많은 탐험을 하고 몰입감 넘치는 스토리를 경험할 수 있도록 다양한 환경의 신규 맵을 개발하고 있으며 새로운 타입의 보스 레이드 역시 지속적으로 개발하고 있습니다.
It looks like a better version
그리고
of Cycle
많은 분들이
Frontier.
요청하셨던
Yeah.
코스메틱 시스템도 도입 중에 있는데요. 캐릭터들마다 다양한 컨셉의 스킨을 제공할 예정이며 꾸미기 아이템을 통해 개성을 마음껏 뽐낼 수 있도록 지원할 예정입니다.
The armor
가장
looks
많은
nice.
피드백을 받았던 그래픽은
Mhm.
시스템을
Yeah, the
완전히
design.
변경했습니다.
And the
변경된
mobility looks
그래픽은
cool too.
조작에 따른 회전과
Yeah, it looks like it'd be
이동
very
시
easy to
감속을
move and
지원하여
stuff.
조작의 재미를 훨씬 더 증대하였습니다.
It doesn't seem like it seems like the movement is
점프 모션,
very easy, like
사운드,
Halo kind of, except
UI와 UX를
not janky.
지속적으로 개선해 나가고 있으며 개승자
It's more-
Wow, this looks
it-
nice. This ability.
It looks like you can move more fluid than Halo. But Halo has like really good jumping
보다
mechanics.
풍성한 청각적 경험을 제공하기 위해 준비 중에 있습니다.
it's also a bit slower in the air.
마지막으로 여러분께서 가장
Yeah.
기다리실 소식을
A little bit like time to
전해드리겠습니다.
control.
현재
Which is
저희는
really
연말
good.
출시를 목표로 하고 있으며 그에 앞서 8월 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S를 포함한 콘솔과 PC에서 크로스플레이 베타 테스트를
So
진행할
beta
예정입니다.
test in August.
베타 테스트는 8월 22일부터 8월 28일까지 일주일간 진행되며 오늘부터 공식 홈페이지를 통해 신청하실 수 있으니 플레이어분들의 많은 참여를 부탁드리겠습니다. Be the first descendant.
Well, for a free-to-play game, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
When we were
Yeah,
wrapping up
already.
Banner Saga, we were really talking about what is it we want to do next.
We earnestly started with the idea of making a game that was hopeful, that was a triumph for the human spirit.
Something that had a lot of replay ability, something that you can really explore for a long time.
There are different worlds that we want to explore. Towerborn is that game.
Towerborn.
Towerborn?
Towerborn is a fast-paced action RPG. It's a co-op game. You can play it online. You can play it on a couch with your friends and family. Everybody's moving through the world map together. As the players move out, they start breadcrumbing the storyline that is being told here. From the world map, you go into fun, fast combat. You come out of that with resources and crafting items, and with all their new loot, they can go back to the Belfry.
Like Castle
Belfry
Crashers and
is
Civ
the
5
player's safe haven and humanity's safe haven. The player can customize their appearance, their loadout, talk to all these different NPCs.
The world itself is a mix of 3D and 2D. We definitely wanted to have that kind of beautiful background that you see in animated movies.
Towerborn is all about humanity's last chance at survival.
Humanity is clinging to hope and clinging to this tower.
It is your mission to try to hold the forces of darkness at bay, to give humanity a chance at survival.
The most important thing about the gameplay is it's just fun. And it kind of just amplified its fun the moment you added another player. All of the players can build their character in a way that's specific to them. It just turns into this back and forth exploration. Like, let's try to do this one combo, and then let's see if you can do a follow-up. From a couch co-op perspective, that's just really fun because there's not too many couch co-op games anymore.
I'm hoping in 5 years from now, it's in a place that I'd never even.
You're gonna edit that out?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that joke flopped. Not gonna lie.
No, you should not. You just keep
New monsters, new bosses.
Expanding on the content in a continuous, organic way, so it just becomes a living world.
When we started Stoic, we decided, let's just make games that we feel strongly about and we want to play. We had to find the right relationship with a publisher, and I think we found that with Xbox. They've enabled us to make the game that we want to make here. I earnestly cannot wait for the community to see the game that we're rolling out here. Towerborn is, I really believe, something unique.
Another Game Pass game.
Wait.
There's that roar again.
You gotta protect the pit stop, please.
What the hell is that thing?
Big? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, Fallout 76. Wow.
Huh. Thought it didn't look good.
Hello, I'm John Rush.
I forgot the name of that creature, but yeah, I guess that thing is in there, isn't it?
I hope you enjoyed the world
You know, when
premiere
you
of the
first start the
trailer
game and
for
go
our Once
too
in a
far
Blue
north.
Moon update coming June 20th. Free to play for anyone who owns Fallout 76. The Blue Moon has risen over the hills of Appalachia, bringing with it a ton of great new content for players. That includes new cryptids like the Blue Devil and Ogwa to threaten the progress of the Blue Ridge Caravan Company.
Death Club.
We've also got 2 new public events, both of which give you a chance to earn caravan and cryptid-themed rewards. Defend the Middle Mountain pit stop from waves of monstrous creatures in safe and sound. And thwart a horde of crazed cultists and beasts of burden. With Season 13, we've also got a new scoreboard called Shoot for the Stars, which celebrates the stars of the silver screen and gives you a chance to earn cinema-themed rewards. And we're not done yet.
How'd he eat that if he had no mouth?
Players to Atlantic City, where they'll gamble on the fates of new factions for the opportunity to win big. Do your part in helping the Blue Ridge Caravan Company and earn rewards along the way. Once in a Blue Moon is coming June 20th. Appalachia is coming at you. We'll see you there.
This doesn't look like a Fallout game.
Yeah, it does. Well, the graphics do, but the content didn't look like a...
Yeah, everything looks so different. Like you're playing like a...
Hi-Fi Rush, 2 new game modes.
Dude, let's go.
Looks like a hyper ADHD version of Splatoon.
Mm-hmm. No, it's really more of a...
More of a Devil May Cry,
yeah. Hack and slash with a beat.
You got a bunch of moves, a bunch of combos you can pull out.
Oh.
And everything is to the beat, so you're getting slapped up.
Yeah, like the environment too. Your little robot on the side, everything marks a beat.
Oh, dude. Is that creepy Hellbot a companion now? So they have a tutorial in there, right? Where like this little Hellbot comes up and is like, hey, do you need help? But he's the way he talks and the way he acts. It's a bit clingy.
Looks like it'd be super hyper.
July 5th,
it's an arcade.
it's pretty close.
We've just seen a new trailer for updates coming to Hi-Fi Rush called Arcade Challenge Update. No joke, there's literally exclamation points in there. That's not just me. So here to explain that and more about the update is game director John Johannes. Welcome to Showcase Extended, John.
Really glad to be here.
Exclamation points?
They have to be in there.
Yeah. It feels
It's style. It's style. Yeah.
It's a style thing. Well, Hi-Fi Rush is such a stylish game in general. I think that's one of the things that people really excitedly pointed out when we shadow dropped the game in the developer direct earlier this year. But making a brand new IP is always a bit of a risk. Your studio's known for kind of scarier games like The Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Can't deny that. But yeah, this type of game is something I just always wanted to make personally. And I just thought music and action work so well together. And after I had finished working on The Evil Within 2, it just felt like the right time to try something new. And our studio's always been about just making fun games. It doesn't have to be about a certain genre. We're not about making one specific thing.
And fortunately, there's plenty more of that content to come because we just saw an absolutely jam-packed trailer. So I'd love for your help in breaking down all the details, all the stuff going into this update.
Sure, there's a lot, so bear with me. Everything in this mode is unlockable once you finish the game, and you'll unlock an arcade cabinet in your hideout. And by accessing it, you get 2 new modes. One is called BPM Rush mode, which takes the gameplay up to like higher speeds than we've ever done in the main game. And the other is called Power Up, Tower Up, which is a new sort of randomized spin on the rhythm tower mode that we had in the original game. And included in this mode are 5 new original songs to play to, as well as 2 brand new enemies. And then there's special attacks and this whole meta system for unlocking upgrades and rewards. And that's what I can think of right now.
I love that there's so much to unpack there, but let's rewind. Let's talk about just BPM Rush for now.
Sure.
It was described in the trailer as effectively Hi-Fi Rush's equivalent of a turbo mode. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, early on, the team was like, how fast can we go? And in the game, we kind of settled at, about a max 160 BPM. But this mode really takes it up to 200 BPM. But we sort of ease you in there. It's a gradual upgrade until it eventually gets so fast, you just got to sort of think on your feet and naturally react to the rhythm in the combat of the game.
I personally love that there's a lot of accessibility settings in the game too. It makes it so that you can adjust the game to your own comfort level. But this is a post-game challenge. It's meant for when you've gotten into the rhythm of the game. So I'm curious if you have any pointers on as far as how to tackle that challenge.
As an action game, I think a lot of people want that sort of next level challenge, another way to use their abilities in a new type of environment. This mode does that by putting you at the high speed. But we also have multiple difficulties. We have an easy mode for people who want to experience what that's like, but maybe are not in tune with that sort of high difficulty that's accompanied with this stuff. But then we have a casual normal mode as well. And then we have, after beating those modes, we can unlock an EX mode, which takes up to a hard level where damage is multiplied and keeps you at that high BPM throughout the entire time.
But there already was a post-game challenge when Hi-Fi Rush launched. It was the Rhythm Tower mode. You mentioned that briefly earlier. That's the one where you face just increasingly difficult combat. So how has that evolved with the Power Up, Tower Up mode?
So the Rhythm Tower mode was kind of like a very curated experience. And while it was very challenging, you can prepare, go in and sort of customize your character, know what you're getting into. And in this mode, we flip it to the almost opposite end. Chai starts off downgraded. We actually remove all your abilities, and you have to earn them back by fighting waves of randomized enemy sets. And after every wave of enemies, you get to choose from a series of power-ups that can gradually increase your stats. Each of these upgrades comes with either bonus or negative modifiers as well to the gameplay, so you can take more risks
it's more
or
like
less
a
risks
roguelike where
depending
you
on which
choose
upgrades you pick.
the
And again,
items
those
or your,
upgrades are randomized each level, so
pretty
really
nice.
kind of have to have an understanding of the systems
Yeah.
and not quite master them, but have a good grasp if
Yeah,
you want
it's
to go
free
in
content.
and come out on top.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it was
Is
a
it?
really packed trailer. There was a lot of information in there. It's
It's
a
an update.
chunky update. So what else have you got for us? Because I feel like there's more on the table there.
Yeah, so by playing in the two modes, you unlock these rewards through these challenges that are connected to these two modes. And in those rewards are things like accessories for Chai and new costumes for Chai 808, and even as well as fan favorite Corsica. We have new modes for the photo mode as well. Things like new filters. We have new poses for the characters. We have stickers that you can place on the photos now. And then there are some extra hidden secrets that we don't want to give away right now, which, as you know from our game, we like to hide in there and we like people to find, which is always fun. And then in conjunction with this release, we're also releasing a separate costume pack, which is a kind of take on what the characters would look like if maybe this game took place in a different time period.
Ooh, a little tease. I like that.
And there's some really fun looking stuff in there. So
Well, thank you again so much for coming out all the way from Japan to Showcase Extended, John.
I'm super glad to be here.
That's all we have to share about the new update for Tango Gameworks' Hi-Fi Rush coming soon. Now it's time for us to return to the second era of Tamriel in the Elder Scrolls Online. ZeniMax Online Studios debuted the trailer for their upcoming expansion at Showcase, and today they're here to break that trailer down for us. Let's hear what the team has to say about the Necrom expansion for Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm so not interested in that.
Hey everyone,
Yeah,
thank you so much for
I'm
watching
hyped for
Xbox
that.
Showcase.
Hi-Fi Rush.
I'm Rich Lambert, the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
And I'm CJ Greb. I'm the project art director for Elder Scrolls
Yeah,
Online.
I want that 8-bit skin.
One of the really
Just need it.
interesting things about Elder Scrolls Online is it's different than really
Wait,
any
is
other
Elder
game out
Scrolls
there. It's
Online
not
free?
Your typical level-gated world.
On
Go
Game Pass,
anywhere, you can
yeah.
explore in any order you want to.
Oh, it's
You really
not free in
can
general.
hop in
Okay.
at
I think
any
you have to
moment,
buy every
play with
expansion.
anybody, can play any part of the game.
And any store.
Oh, wait, so it's free, but it just has
And of
expansion
course,
packs?
We're on Xbox
Yeah,
Game
they
Pass,
release
you know,
almost
the biggest
yearly.
open world RPG on Xbox.
Ah,
And if
it's
you're
like
at
Sims.
all a fan of Elder Scrolls,
Except
you can go
Sims
places
releases
that
every
you maybe have never
every
gone
time.
before in an Elder Scrolls game,
And do
right?
things that you've never been able to do. There's so many different activities to participate in. You know,
Housing.
we've got lore hunting and
an
antiquities.
MMO, you know.
Right? There's the dungeons and the trials.
Yeah.
And you can, of
Yeah, they
course,
can house
always
servers
revisit lands that you've been to before. We've got Skyrim, Morrowind.
Yeah, and
Monthly
there are
subscription.
different times. You know,
Yeah,
we're
different
almost
times.
It's like
1,000
a
years in the
typical
past.
kind of
Come
Elder
in by
Scrolls
yourself,
kind of.
Come in with friends, but don't worry that
Yeah.
you're ever not
It,
gonna
it
have
seems
something
really
to do,
in like
because
these
there are
games seem always
adventures
interesting.
everywhere you
It's
go.
like a guild like, you know, MMO type of
We
game.
had an awesome trailer during the showcase.
Yeah, like Guild Wars or like
Necron,
Mhm.
Hermaeus Mora.
Yeah.
What's it all about, Rich?
Hermaeus Mora is this Daedric god of knowledge. He's not good, he's not evil. He is just focused on cataloging the world and collecting everything he possibly can to study. And what you kind of see in the trailer is Mora kind of always on guard, always looking over and watching what's kind of going on. And you get to see some nostalgia in there as well from the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim with the yellow-green skies.
The vast inky sea, the stacks of books.
I'll still never forget the first time you showed us the initial concepts for everything made out of books. I remember looking at that going, oh my God, how are we going to do
How are we
this?
gonna
Like,
do
how
that?
is this going to run? And
We always try to honor the past, right? Because when we go back to areas that people who play Elder Scrolls games have played, they know these lands. We want them to feel like they're coming home, right? But we have the chance to add a little into the mix.
the art team was able to really play with kind of cool, unique monsters.
Yeah, we were given some great places to go for new monsters in the zone. We were looking at making a creature that would kind of freeze you in terror as soon as you saw it. And a creature that has a deeper connection to the overall story of the zone.
We've also got the Tavani Peninsula, kind of the Morrowind vibe.
It's always fun to go back to this part of Tamriel because it's one of the most imaginative and sort of like visually expressive things that has ever been created for an Elder Scrolls world. And then, of course, Necrom City itself.
This ancient city that, is rumored to have been built, even before the Tribunal was even established.
Right.
Being able to play with that and look at that architecture and this ancient city of the dead.
And you guys gave us a new class to do.
The Arcanist draws their powers from Hameas Mora. We really challenged ourselves and the team to make something that didn't feel like anything else that we have built.
Everything we've been talking about sounds amazing, but when do we actually get to play it?
Necrom launches on Xbox June 20th, and we can't wait for everybody to get in there and see this amazing content that we've created.
Super soon.
Thanks, everyone, for watching us during the showcase and watching us today. Lots of exciting stuff coming for ESO in the future. We'll see you in Tamriel.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. Doesn't look like a bad game to play. Ooh. Oh, it's like Phasmophobia?
I was going to say Outlast.
Well, Outlast is a little different, but yeah.
It's finally coming to consoles. So that's an already existing game.
I thought they already existed in consoles.
It doesn't. It's Phasmophobia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this will be fun for console players. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I wanted to try it, but since I'm such a console player, I never did it.
I mean, it's pretty good on computer though. I think they have VR mode. I don't know though. Wait, will it be crossplay?
Maybe.
Because then you could play with PC gamers. That'd be fun.
Yeah, probably with Xbox.
Yeah, this game is actually pretty fun to play though. I have it. I play it with my friend.
Oh, Isoprimal, that's the Capcom, like, kill 100 dinosaurs. Yeah.
多くのエグゾファイターの皆様にご参加いただきました。アンケートや SNS を通じてたくさんのフィードバックをいただいております。今後の開発に活用させていただきます。ご協力ありがとうございました。さて、カプコンショーケースはご覧いただけましたでしょうか。その中で発表しましたが、第2回オープンベータテストの開催が決定しました。詳しい日程や情報は公式サイトをご覧ください。それでは、ここからは番組をご覧の皆様に新情報を紹介します。まずはサベージガントレットという新たなモードです。サベージガントレットは内容が
That's also an online game that looks pretty cool.
世界中のファイターとクリアタイムを競うというモードになっています。
Well, I feel like it's more like Earth Defense Force. 1,000 of enemies coming at you.
今回は恐竜が出現する位置にあらかじめトリプルスレッドを設置しています。
Like the dinosaurs are literally falling from the sky.
出現してきたらこのようにスカイウェーブのグラビトンケージと合わせて起爆。一網打尽にできました。ミッションは画面上部に表示されている恐竜の討伐なのですが、サベージガントレットでは目標以外の恐竜が出現することが少なくありません。もちろん討伐せずに無視することもできますが、ミッション達成の妨げになる可能性があります。倒すか倒さないかはプレイヤーの作戦次第です。
Animation looks pretty good for something that's gonna have like lots and lots of
ゲー
enemies.
ムの流れはディノサバイバルと同じなので、すんなり遊べると思います。
Okay, this is so
何やら
Warframe.
ミッションに備えてエグゾスーツを着替えているんですね。
Changing your exosuit.
なるほど。
If you're not gonna use for every
離れた位置
exosuit.
に多く出現するので、ビジラントに
Very Overwatch mixed with Halo type. Like this is an Overwatch Halo game at this point. It's like they mashed two of those games together.
I know, right?
Yeah, like a hero shooter.
また、
This
列
section
に
is
並
giving
ん
me
だ
a lot
恐
of
竜も
Duckman vibes.
グレードで
Shooting
仕留
birds
め
out
して
of
か
the
ら
sky.
倒す作戦のようです。
Because the way the battle
Well,
the way
this
the,
looks like
the
the survival mode. Like this doesn't look like. Usually, I saw them; they were always in a city.
サベージガントレットはエンドコンテンツに相当
I mean, I was gonna say the
基
FOB
本的にはミッションの難易度
looks
は高
like
く設定されています。モジュールの
wait
強化、
except
組み合わせはもちろん、
it's not a battle
チーム
royale
メンバー
still.
のス
Yeah.
ーツ構成など、よく考えて挑んでみてください。
I definitely can see the Earth
サベー
defense
ジガン
vibes.
トレットをクリアすると、このようにクリアタイ
I
ム
would
が
like to
表示
see
され
like
ます。
the dinosaurs like grab
自
your
分の
teammate
ク
or
リアタイ
something
ム
like
が
you
ど
gotta
の
help
程
him.
度低くランクイン
I
よ
want
り
to see
評価がされ
like when you are in the
次
city.
はバリアントスーツを紹介します。バリアントスーツはデフォルトのエグゾスーツとは異なる性質の武器を装備しており、戦い方が変化したスーツです。デフォルトのデッドアイはアサルトライフルを装備していますが、デッドアイアルフ
Look,
ァ
see how
バースト
many
ファイター
there
は
is
ショッ
everywhere.
トガンとバースト射撃を切り替えられるバトルライフルを装備しています。
So instead of zombies, they're
敵
just
との距離
like
に応じて
dinosaurs.
射撃を切り替えながら戦います。
But they're falling from the sky.
特別にちょっとだけお見せします。
God,
ゼファーアルファ
that's pretty cool.
Look, there's a portal and they just.
Oh, they're raining dinosaurs.
Yeah.
ビジラントアルファマークス
Yeah, like literally.
ロードブロックアルファ
But like,
オートレスキル
this game, Earth Defense Force, is the same thing, but it's
ブラ
ants
タメアルファ
and
フロスト
insects,
グレイ
like giant ants.
チャージショットガン
You just have to kill them.
リッチドクターアルファ
Yeah,
ビーム
there's a lot.
スカイウェーブア
It's
ルフ
pretty
ァ
ridiculous
サン
too
ダー
with
ク
the
ラフト
gameplay and everything. But
Looks
it's really, really fun.
very ridiculous, but it looks pretty cool.
ニンバスアルファダブルバレル
Which is the
バ
point,
リアン
right?
ト
It's
スー
supposed
ツ
to
は
be like
発
fun.
売後
Like,
の
oh,
タイ
no.
トルアップデートで
I hope
発売
this
し
is
ます
gonna be free to play, because I
エグゾプラ
don't
イマ
think
ル
I
は
would ever
発売
pay
後
for
も
that.
定期的にアップデートを行って
Me
いま
either.
す。シー
It
ズン
should
ごと
be
に
free to
新た
play.
な
It
ゲー
looks
ムコン
like
テンツを追加していきますのでご期待くだ
it
さい。
just looks like a
本日は
Halo
ありが
Mask
とうございました。
Overwatch,
そ
but
れで
not
は
Battle
この
Royale.
ゲームでお会いしましょう。レッツマッシブ
I guess it like depends. Sounds like there's a bunch of characters that you can play and level up. You said seasonal, so we'll see.
Oh, Game Pass. So I don't care.
It's great to see the dedication from the team at Capcom and how they're building
Flexing on us with the Game
Exoprimal
Pass.
in partnership
Easy.
with the
Already got
community. Gaming has the power to immerse us in worlds and perspectives we'd never otherwise experience. We can fight dinosaurs, transport to a dystopian future, explore the universe, and conjure magic. And we get to do this together, no matter where we are on the planet, the language we speak, what we look like, or our physical abilities. That is why it is both an absolute imperative and an incredible opportunity that games represent all of us. That is why we created the ID at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program to help underrepresented creators and stories in the industry shine. We call it DAP. DAP already includes more than 100 emerging developers, and they've launched 30 incredible games like A Space for the Unbound, Validate, and HOA. And there
Ooh,
are many,
is this
many
one of those
more in
games
the
in
works.
the
Let's take a look at these
the one
amazing
appreciating
games
black
coming up next
black people?
from ID at Xbox's
That was
Developer
like a dating game or
Acceleration
something.
Program.
I never
What they
heard
just showed.
of that.
Like the one with the that showed the cartoon character artist, whatever. It looked like that was one of the dating games. But it was supposed to like appreciate black people because there was like I don't know if it was black creator, but they had like mostly black characters. Yeah, there was like on Steam there was like this whole section of games that were made for black people, probably created by black people. I think. Like I don't know.
I didn't actually look. You gotta check. You know.
Wait, yeah, you should check the. I sent it in the chat before.
There was a game in here called Drag Her, like a fighting game. I think it was like a bunch of drag queens fighting. So there.
Wait, so what is this? Like? Oh, I was gonna say the soccer, like.
Yeah, it's all nice indie project.
Ah, it's like indie game. Okay.
Yeah.
Developer
Yeah,
Acceleration
Xbox is
Program.
always there.
Oh, I see. They call it DAP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, DAP?
Mm-hmm.
Like a
I got a call
like a
from my
hand
good
dap?
friend Jorg
Like you need
Newman, the
that?
head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He
Paris
told me about
Lily.
this once in a lifetime
He's from Funny
out-of-this-world
Games.
opportunity. So I'm here in Budapest, the capital of Hungary.
He's got one more R in his name
He's
than
around
I do.
here somewhere. Let's go find him. Jorg!
Hey, Paris. It's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Thanks
Wow,
for
they
coming
look
to
like
Budapest.
police officers,
What are
though.
we doing here?
I'll tell you on the way. We have a boat to catch.
A boat?
Yep.
We don't have a plane?
More like
Nope.
Navy,
Come on, Paris.
yeah. Or all this place. National Guard. There we go.
Behind the scenes. Oh, they're gonna come up with the behind the scenes of Hellblade.
Hellblade
Interesting.
2.
What is this
Mhm.
place?
That's
what
very
kind of aircraft are you
exciting.
storing in here?
Ha, dude, it's much cooler than
Flight
that.
Simulator.
All
Also
right,
not
Paris, are you ready for this?
No, I'm ready for this.
All right, let's go.
But yeah, Paris Lily was more on the Xbox side of thing at kind of Funny Games lately.
Welcome to the world of Dune.
This is
Dune.
incredible.
Come on, I want you to meet someone. Hey, how's it going?
How are you, man?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh my god.
Paris, I would like to introduce Patrice Vermette, Academy Award-winning production designer of Dune.
It is very nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of Dune. Now, Patrice, can you tell me, what is this place?
Well, this is the warehouse where we actually keep most of the props and the set deck elements that we used on Dune Part 1 and Part 2.
Now, Jorg, how did all this get started?
So it goes back to November 2021. Dune had just hit the movie theaters worldwide, and we got a call from Legendary, and they had the idea that we bring an ornithopter into Microsoft Flight Simulator. And me being a lifelong science fiction reader and fan, a big, huge fan of the Frank Herbert books, how could I say no?
Okay, now it makes sense after seeing the trailer at the Xbox showcase. I understand why you brought me here.
You guys want to take a look? Because we actually do
Oh.
have a couple of ornithopters.
His shirt
here
says
if you wanna
can't
see
cook.
one. Take a look.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I feel like this is pretty useless though to have
Look at this.
it
It's a
on.
one-on-one
Okay, you
real-sized
can
ornithopter.
model
It's
it the
amazing.
same, but
So, thank you.
you're
They
gonna
really
make
like
it work
things
in
to
a
be
video game. It's not
plausible, so
like it needs
that's
to work
why
in
they were
reality.
built to look military, rugged.
Is this like a
Stealth.
simulation?
Now, here's the most important question.
Sounds like
Flight
it.
Simulator
Built
is a
to fly.
simulator. Yeah.
Funny you
But it sounds like
mentioned
they're
because I've been
simulating
asked that
theoretical
question on a
models.
couple of occasions.
And
Yeah,
maybe building them
but at that
in real
point
life.
you're just
They
programming
are heavy.
stuff.
They're 11 tons.
So, Jorg, you
Yeah.
had to get this working in the game. How did you do this in Flight Sim?
Yeah, it was actually interesting. So in general, ornithopters can fly and do fly. This particular one, given
Wait,
that
they
it weighs
actually
11
fly?
tons, that's going to be a little bit harder, specifically because it's not really doing the ornithopter bird flap. It does oscillation
Wait, are
of
they
the
actually
blades,
flying but
and
in the
we
game at
currently
the
don't
same
have the
time?
material science
Well,
to
like
get the thrust
dragonflies
and
fly
the
like
lift.
this, right?
But on Arrakis, I think this is absolutely possible.
So like to get a machine to be able to do that.
Patrice, we're here. Can we go in?
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm excited to see them get
Normally
in.
would go in through the climbing up the landing gear, but this will do.
Yeah, so what's cool about this, Paris, is that all those buttons are actually realistically hooked up to the system. Master engine switch, what you're doing there above those, the red, are basically all the lights.
And as you notice, it's all analog because in the world of Dune, there's no thinking machines. Thinking machines have been illegal for 10,000 years.
Yeah, that was actually fascinating when we implemented it, because it's a science fiction. It's not, oh, it's glass cockpits,
Yeah.
everything's going to be computerized. Like, none of it is. This is a very practical helicopter, almost like from the 1960s.
So, Jorg, in the first movie, the Thopter was able to do a lot of cool moves and maneuvers. You're going to be able to reproduce that in Flight Sim?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, the really cool design that you guys came up with is each blade is independently controlled. So each blade has its own lift and thrust. And that means it can go from a really stable hover to a steep dive and back to a glide instantaneously. I would just say thank you that you designed such an awesome and realistic machine, because that's what we do. We bring realistic machines to life. But if you want to see a little bit more about the game design,
Absolutely.
I have something for you.
Absolutely, I'd love to see.
All right, so the setup for this expansion is that you are a Atreides pilot on Arrakis flying an ornithopter. Here is what we built. We basically built this section of Arrakis Here's the capital city of Arkeen. Here's a botanical garden. We have that as well.
Oh, so you're gonna have the map of
The
Doom
first thing we do is we train you up.
and flying
Fast
through the map
takeoff,
of
fast
Doom.
landing, and then the deep dive. And then we take you to some of
Oh,
the
that's pretty cool.
extreme locations, like the bottom of the cliff, the hole in the rock.
This is really
the red
cool.
chasm. You really
Yeah.
have to show your pilot skills. And then, towards the end, then there's a secret mission, which I can't talk about today. But that basically wraps
The
up the experience.
sandworm.
It's gonna be great.
Wait, they actually have
Of
missions?
course, it's gonna be the
It's great to see you
sandworm.
again.
Paris,
Oh,
thank you for
Thank you so much.
Iris, thank you.
wow. Yeah, that's not weird at all.
All right, York. Where to next?
Well, I don't know what they eat on Arrakis, but this is Budapest, and I hear they have excellent goulash. I know a place.
Well, let's go.
That was actually really cool, though. I wish we could see a little bit more of the Microsoft. Wait, so they have advanced Microsoft Flight Simulator? Because I remember the very old ones, like the very old Microsoft flight simulators.
Yeah, they
like
did the new
I
one.
used to had a CD of that.
But now it's all
Yeah.
streamed, so you don't have to download the whole game because all the game is mapped like out of like Bing. So there's like
Mhm.
3D and stuff.
Do you need the
Mhm.
equipment too? Do you have the you used to have the flight stick where
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's super sensitive.
Mhm.
Some people would
Yeah.
even have like certain, I don't even know what they're called. Are they like brakes or engagers or whatever?
Mhm.
Or like the flight gear and all this other stuff. Like they would just expand in their room set. So
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah,
This stuff is pretty useful for training people.
yeah. I remember the very old flight simulator games. That was just, it was cool.
Yeah. They should be able to pop off then. Have they made anything recently with Flight Simulator or anything?
Well,
I
the
have
flight
no
simulator was made by Sumo Digital, and no, it was the guys. You know the Plague Tale, the rats.
Yeah.
They're the devs who makes Flight Simulator.
Oh. This looks
Glad
like
they-
Sonic with guns. Like, am I tripping?
Go make a ball.
Nah,
Right.
it's
This looks dead ass like Sonic with guns, but it looks like they're doing it right. You know what I mean? Like, we all know about the Sonic game, but it looks like they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Looks
I don't know.
okay.
I don't see the comparison.
Lies of P.
Lies of P
Is it?
is a thrilling Souls-like that takes the story of Pinocchio, turns it
Oh,
on
it's
its
that
head,
Pinocchio one.
and sets
Yeah.
it against the darkly elegant backdrop of the
Oh,
Bella
so they're gonna
Poké.
have it for Xbox.
Yeah.
Finally.
I hope this is gonna be on Game Pass because I don't want to pay for this, but I want to play this thing.
Wait, you don't want to pay for this one? Specifically?
No. I think
You
it
gotta-
has so much chance of
And your
being like
weapons to face untold horrors.
Like
untangle
Dark Souls like
unfathomable
are
secrets
always
of the
like
city's
one good,
elites,
one bad, one good.
and choose whether to confront predicaments with the truth
Hit or
or
miss.
I hope this one
rise
is
to
good.
overcome them on the journey to find yourself.
Just because there's a lot of them.
You are able to create your own weapon through the combination of these blades and handles. Of the hundreds of possible combinations with different
Oh, I see what
respective
you're saying.
appearances,
Yeah.
performances, attack motions, and patterns. Each and every blade and handle has its distinctive.
I wouldn't be
Fable
surprised if they
Fable
didn't
Arts
have it
is a
free
special
though.
combat skill that can be casted by consuming Fable slots.
Yeah.
Because
Fable
they would
slots
force
can be
people to play,
charged again
pay
through
this
combat.
game though.
Select your own special skills to vanquish your enemies.
Yeah, but on Game Pass they pay for the
The
dev,
Legion
like,
arm is a prosthetic on P's left arm.
safe way to
The
make
Legion
it.
arm can exhibit special abilities
Looks
by
like this has
consuming
too
the
much work
Legion
put into it.
gauge, providing you an
Also-
eclectic
I wonder
combat
what the
experience.
storyline is like.
So, puppets
It
are
looks
all
like
there
a
are?
Bloodborne
I
Souls.
highly doubt that. You'll have
Yeah,
to
the
face
style
all
is
sorts of
very
monsters,
Bloodborne. Very, very
puppets only being one of them.
Even the
You're not
boss
quite
bar
done
in
yet.
HD.
Bone-chilling bosses
Yeah.
await you.
You're not
If a
surprised
boss seems too
Bloodborne meets
intimidating,
Pinocchio.
You might want to get help from a
Obvious mix-up.
in boss
Like,
matches. You can summon a
these two
spectre
licenses
that will
just
assist you
merged
in battle.
together. Like,
With a bit of help, you will be able to defeat
Yeah.
bosses.
Did you expect
with
Nicolas
more
Cage in
ease.
Dead by Daylight? You know? Like, it's a wild world we live in.
The P organ is a system that allows you to upgrade your character. Use quartz to optimize P to your liking. Within the P organ, you can select which slots to unlock depending on your preference. There will be times when you will be confronted with choices where you can give comfort to others in sorrow or despair by lying, or you can choose to tell the truth.
Oh, I see. That's why they say Pinocchio. Because I was
Carve
trying to find
your
the
own
relevance to Pinocchio. I thought it was gonna be like the one of the character had long
Meet
nose or
Liza P
something.
on Xbox One, Xbox Series,
Yeah, I
and
wonder.
Game Pass.
There's going to be like a
Coming to
consequence
you
for
this
lying.
September 19th.
Or like some kind of different story. element.
September
Probably.
9th.
Yeah, or like an interactive thing where if you lie
On
or you
Game
tell the truth,
Pass.
it like gives you a different ending. Like you go through a
At the
different
heart
path.
of Hellblade
That'd be
is
pretty
our
cool.
ambition to sink you into
Yeah.
Senua's world and
See a
story.
different side of the world.
To do this, it's critical that
Yeah,
we make it
based
as
on your
easy as
decisions, you
possible
should have chose
for you
better.
to
You know,
suspend your
Yeah.
you
disbelief.
have a whole
One
nightmare
key method
story
of
because you
achieving
chose
this
to
is
lie.
use of performance capture.
Yeah, this is Hellblade 2. Senua's Saga.
What I want to achieve on stage is to get the best performance and best storytelling from the actors, and then to get that into the game as faithfully as possible. I want to see what I saw on stage in the game. It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find. When we were shooting the scene from the Xbox showcase, it was quite a somber mood on set, because that was one of our moments in the game where it's just Senua and the Furies, and we have an opportunity to connect with the player one-on-one. Where are they? Where are you? What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared.
Oh my god, this is freaky. As
Yeah,
if
it's
she's
all voices
like,
in her head.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like she's
eroded, with a
schizophrenic.
lot of doubt.
Yeah, the first game was
And
all
she
about
needs
this.
to find within herself a spark
And
of,
a lot of
of
facial
hope,
expression, a
that
lot of
strength that
motion
she has
capture.
in order to continue on. Everything I've done.
I'd probably really like this game. I like story
While the scene
story
is
type of
You
games
should
like
try the
this.
first one. It's
the
like
scale
a
and complexity of our
4-6
performance
hour game. It's a
capture
very
has
small
multiplied
experience.
to meet our
But
creative
it's very
ambitions
nice.
on Hellblade 2.
It's very worth
We shot the first Hellblade in the boardroom of our old
Wait,
studio.
what's
It
the
was
first one called, by the
very
way?
Oh,
MacGyver
it's
together.
Hellblade
In
Cinema
the new
Sacrifice.
studio, we have
All right, I'll get
custom-built
that immediately
workout
then.
space, which has
But it's free on Game
pretty
Pass.
much everything we could have dreamed of.
Well, you know, I'm getting.
projectors. so
He
we can
loves
recreate
Game Pass.
sets on
You
the
know?
ground if we need to. We've got loads.
I'll
of
get it
props
on
that we
Steam
have
though.
available to us at any time, so we can build sets.
And it's a
I
game
remember
that you have
coming
to
into
play with
interview
headphones.
and seeing the setup down there.
Why?
And
Because
immediately
people are
being
speaking
impressed
to you
by
in your head.
the clear commitment.
Ooh.
Like people will
That
say
sounds
like
exciting.
dodge.
Great
And you have to
through the
dodge
live
because somebody's gonna
performance with
attack you.
great quality data.
Ooh, that
So we've
sounds
got
fun.
A lot more cameras. to
Okay,
stand
I'm
around.
definitely gonna play
They're
this.
kind of top of the line at the moment. And in the
I'm gonna
kind
get
of
it with
space that we
the
have downstairs,
the
we have nearly
soundtrack too.
wall-to-wall coverage, which is really impressive, and it's not something that is common. It's certainly a step up from a few cameras set up in a boardroom.
Hide.
With our setup,
Everything
we
is
can
gonna
push
be fine.
even further on our ambition of bringing through as
And it
much
seems
of
like
our
they're
actors'
continuing with a
performances
lot
as
of
possible
mocap, a lot
into
of
the game, even down to the
expression.
most nuanced of movements.
So when you've got a optical system like ours set up and calibrated well, you can track performers' movements down to the millimeter. So we can see somebody shuffling their finger along the table or just wiggling them very gently. You can see hesitation and breath. You know, there's no need to push the action and overact. You can just be your character.
I'm here now. What we want is the best performance possible, the best immersion possible for the player, and that's why we go to these lengths, just to try and get that extra fidelity of performance into the game.
What do you want me to do?
With performance capture being at the heart of our character movement, our props and staging had to facilitate our vision.
I don't want to give any spoilers away, but there is going to be a boat in the game. That boat will have several characters on board. We wanted to be able to capture the motion of a boat across multiple characters simultaneously. And we, for the first time, had the space to be able to construct
Simulate
a
a
proper
boat.
rig for this. So we had a
Looks like so
platform
much fun, dude.
which could be moved in any number of ways to create that kind of pitch and yaw and roll that you would get on the ocean. And we got our actors up onto this boat and captured scene with high waves and a storm, and we got incredible data from really, really amazing. The most important part of my role is to make sure that story gets told, and having these wonderful actors we're working with bring their talents to bear on these characters has been such an amazing experience.
I want to see gameplay.
I know, right? Like, I don't know why they don't show the trailer. Because I'm definitely gonna try the Hellblade.
My name's Larry Herbeck.
Maybe tonight or something. Like the first one.
Welcome to
Yeah,
FanFest. I'm excited to be here.
suggest.
Here we go. Let's roll that video.
I feel like this one is definitely more of a cinematic experience than like a
Yes.
gameplay or mechanical one. So it's
Yeah.
And the first one was a very personal story. It was very Senua's story.
Okay, well, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm definitely gonna check out that out then.
But you know, since Xbox bought them, they didn't release them. Other than the Bleeding Edge that really flopped. Starfield Direct.
Are there SD cards instead of that wind tunnel? Like, what were they? Like,
Obrigado.
Wait, I just saw that someone was playing with the little
playing awesome games and
the little game station that Xbox came up with.
There is so much going on here tonight.
Honestly, I've never felt so good to be part of Xbox in my life. I'm just wandering around. I've been talking to people, and
I mean, I was a huge fan of Xbox. I'm not gonna lie.
We really put a lot of emphasis on empowering creative risk, and there's so much excitement for what we're going to be able to deliver going into 2024, and even games in 2024 that we haven't talked about yet. So our mission, our strategy is to
Are we
bring the
talking
joy of
about
gaming to everybody,
2024?
no matter where they want to play, how they want
What
to
do you
play.
have for
Yeah, we have-
2023?
Feel, a real responsibility.
Yeah, I don't know why
that's.
that's. I guess
that we get to be
a lot of good games are just like pushing off to 2024 apparently.
okay. I miss like the weirdness of the original Xbox games, Oddworld, much as Odyssey.
Today, I'll be
Mhm.
playing with Kelly, Anita, and Gary
Oddworld was
for the new multiplayer features
Sony
like Frontier has to
PlayStation
offer. Join
main
me.
studio. Yeah,
Today, we should continue building up the base we started yesterday. We'll need
it all
the
started on
resources, and it'll be
PS1.
faster if we work together to collect them. Continue you work on
That's
that?
why the new one is exclusive to PS5.
Hey, that purple mech looks great.
Thanks. It's my favorite color.
Dang, the farm looks pretty good with all the drone crops.
Oh, this one requires like
I'm looking forward to making the
teamwork.
farm even bigger.
Like you guys have to talk in game.
I'm gonna work on making our home look a little bit better, and then I'll come down and help you out.
I wonder if just like squad, you're
see you
kind of
about that.
forced to have mic.
What
I
do you
really
want to
wonder.
focus on gathering, you think?
Probably.
I can get wood to start with, and then you can.
Because you need to do teamwork. Yeah, like I don't think you can
Oh,
just be
get some,
typing
stone
all
also
the
then.
time.
That should cover a lot.
You wouldn't
of what
get
we need
anything
for
done.
Crafting and building. Once we've
Yeah, look,
finished, let's head
Oddworld,
back
much
and
as
help with
Odyssey
the
was
buildings.
planned for
We just
PS1.
fly to the
For the
rescue.
PS4, but
How's it going up there?
ended up being an Xbox exclusive.
Look at the other
What I
franchise.
want things to look like from up here.
Nice.
Oh, there's so many good choices.
Abe's
All right.
Odyssey.
Oof.
Yeah, that's why I said bunch
I
of
think
times.
that looks good.
Can't wait to see it. There are loads of aluminium here. They're actually pretty strong, so we can do it faster if we both drill.
Let's work together and see what else we can find here. After we bring this back, I'll take a look in some other regions to see what materials
There's
they
just
have.
so many games
I'm
like
done up here,
this.
so I'll come join you.
Oh, my inventory is getting
I
full
don't
from this
know.
harvest. I think we should build some like silos or crates to store it all.
Yeah, we should probably build a fence around those two as well, so we can protect the harvest.
Great idea. Let's get on it.
Here we go. I'll help with the silos next.
Yo,
Here you go.
anyone need materials?
Hey,
Because we got
please.
a ton of stuff.
Yes, please. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic.
I'll be cooking
Do
soon.
you want us to start helping you build?
Yes, please, please.
All on it. What do you think of the layout? Yeah, it looks great to me.
I'm almost done with
Oh,
the
it's
fence
like a
here.
very building aspect and stuff. This is
It's
pretty
like
fun.
a farming simulator.
Hey, everyone! I was going for more materials and I found some ruins over there.
I don't know about
Next, come
farming.
see this.
Yes,
You
they
said
have
defend
like
the
Yeah,
crops.
what is this?
So I wonder what
This-
enemy was.
It looks like more building aspect. If you were talking about farming for like
Tomorrow
materials
we
and
should
stuff, yeah.
totally find a way to open this. Let's head back to the
Because
base
it
and
looks
see what
like
we can do.
they're doing more stuff, like collecting stuff to build stuff. That's what it looks like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lightyear Frontier. Oh, it looks like that game where you go in outer space or something like that to like build stuff.
Yeah,
Where you
No
collect
Man's Sky.
material. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this one's teamwork where you have multiplayer.
Well, you
which
have
would be
multiplayer, yeah.
pretty fun.
No Man's Sky.
Another crab's treasure.
Big city, little kitty. Tectonica. Oh, this is old school RPG. This one looks kind of good.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Just follow my instructions.
What? Oh boy. Hospital Simulator. You know what? That's already released for a long time.
Yeah. A long time?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just coming in. There.
Oh, that one looked like a puzzle game, kind of.
Yeah, you build your city and your town on top of a big beast. That also the Wandering Village that we saw like a long time ago. But it's still
This one's an Xbox Game Pass.
Every year in our showcase, there's one game that kind of pops for me, something I'm very interested in. This year, we got to announce 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus. And I'm here now with Stefan and Will to walk through a demo of the game, which I've never played before. First time. We have 33 people online, incredibly excited about this. So we're going to jump in?
All right, let's
Okay.
open. Let's start
33.
Oh, they're gonna wait. They're gonna actually play the game.
Yeah, with Phil Spencer, like the head of Xbox.
Must rebel against God's final judgment. So there are 3 of us here today on stage. 3
Nice. I
upstairs,
love
and
these kind of
27
games.
people joining us from Montreal in the studio.
They must be
Hi,
nervous.
everyone.
From Montreal.
Ready. That's us. Everybody's spawning in.
That's us.
This is 33-player multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not a normal number of
33
characters for a
player
multiplayer
multiplayer.
game.
What
Oh,
the
it's
hell?
required to have
33
33
players.
people?
We were searching for
Wait, what do they do
number
though?
where
Like
we
online
can
thing
put
where you
them
invite
Online, yeah.
people
Yeah,
into the
stay
server?
together on the
It
screen
better
for
be, because
33
if you had to have
32
found
friendly.
33 people,
But
that
as
would
the
there's
be.
no
game
way.
is inspired by the Divine Comedy, the medieval poem from Dante Alighieri, written in the 14th century. And this poem has 3 sections: Inferno, Purgatorio, Paradiso. Each section has 33 chapters. And so we say, oh, Let's do 33
I love
players.
it. I love it.
33 immortals.
Man, I
Oh,
love
so
what you
each
said,
character
Will,
has their own
that
chapter.
when you
Like,
guys
what's the
started this game, there
33
weren't even 33
chapters
people
for
at the
33
studio.
players?
So you
33
didn't have enough
33
people in the
players
studio to fill out
simultaneously.
the full roster of the game.
Yeah.
It's just such an awesome point.
It's a challenge.
How important
It's
are
a
these
challenge when
33
you're trying to
players
do
victory?
that.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no two ones.
Do they just
are
like the number
same.
33?
We're actually spawning in
Yeah,
a
I don't
different
know.
position, a different.
Oh, they're just
situation.
like
We are in the
33 chapters
cemetery.
as
If
well.
you hold the left trigger,
Sounds like it
the
could be
whole
1v32
map is going
though,
to
you
show
know?
up.
You
And we can see that we are 33.
What are you like
now,
you're like the
actually,
boss,
in
and
Inferno,
then
but we are
everybody else is
scattered
fighting you?
around the
Like,
world.
Oh, we're not all in the same
No,
place.
you're just trying to win, and everybody else is like,
we
"What's up,
all
guys?
have
Let's play
to
for
complete torture
Like, I came here to win. What do you
Got
mean?
to make the game progress.
Okay.
And we are located at the southwest of Inferno.
Yeah.
And so the closest torture chambers is to the east.
Okay.
So let's go there.
Got it.
Okay, let's continue down south towards the first torture chambers. This one, I have a good feeling for it.
The
So,
soundtrack. What's going on? The music's kind of cool.
Thank you. This is Max LL, who's actually done the music on all of our games.
And you're in Montreal.
We are in Montreal, yes.
Oh,
Close
so
to
it
one of
requires
our
33
CS
people to
studios
like
in Compulsion.
to beat
Yes.
everything.
Sausage Showcase.
Yes.
I love the community of
Well,
game creators in
this
Montreal.
Because if
one
you
has
were
a
kind of,
war table.
if it was just like a few people, I feel like
well surrounded.
you'd probably
and all
not.
that, so.
We didn't talk about
You'd
your
probably
first games.
be
They're
very
Yeah,
lim-
I love-
like
that was
limited or
fantastic.
something.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was great.
Maybe.
Now, as
He
you
went
can
in
see,
here with
this is not
was it
Spirit
a
Fair.
6, I think. It was
No,
like-
but like, how do you think about that
I
from
don't
a
think
studio
33 players
standpoint? Having
means out of
such,
the battle.
I mean,
Well,
they're,
for us,
I would say
it's
they're
kinda like
stylized
Hades, but
games, but
Yeah,
outside of that,
33
very different
Hades.
games.
we're not worried about genre. Our goal is really to just try and make unique, immersive, creative experiences that players love and that they want to play for.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
That'd
This
be
guy
nice.
is
We like those, yeah.
getting out of my comfort zone sometimes.
Okay.
All right.
What do we do?
So we have completed a torture chamber, so we have achieved a first step in
I got left behind. That's what you're saying.
defying God. Yeah.
Oh, they're back on us.
Whoa.
Well, we gotta
Okay.
face the wrath of God.
Careful.
Oh
no.
Dash, dash, dash. Dash.
Run away.
Oh, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, this is why you need 33 people.
New torture. No, I got to get out of here.
Where are you?
Wait, do they have like
Well, why weren't they in
different
the torture chamber trying to
like
help us?
jobs or something like
Okay.
healer and stuff?
God is getting angry.
Yeah, well, he's an archer.
Yeah.
There was guys with swords.
We're getting hammered right now.
Yeah,
So that would kind of suck. Like if they had like
Okay, here's a
healers
guy.
and stuff,
Can you
that would be
revive me?
good.
Yeah. Just stop moving.
Okay.
That's it. One.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
up.
just have
I'm
to
up.
heal people, I guess.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
They don't have like
Oh,
specific
oh,
classes.
Oh, this is the early fire.
What is this?
Oh, one
holy
nurse.
fire.
One nurse.
Now we're in holy fire?
The wrath
Yeah,
of
they
God.
pretty much like the
Okay, I'm ahead of it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we unlock the Ascension battle. So that's the last battle.
Here, can we
before
get this? Can people jump in my heels?
Yeah. I'm in. Oh.
My eels.
I tried to do the
healers.
Oh, this game would be
Show my
very
man the wandering
addicting to
soul.
people. Like just getting into this game would be very
Like a
addicting.
zombie.
I can
But how
see
do
it.
you communicate with 33 people?
Maybe someone.
Did I mention I never
Yeah.
played
Do they have
before?
like? I think they have mic, right?
Yeah, just do an open mic, bro. Just like let it.
Yeah.
I died too.
It's gonna be
It's kind of like League of
so
Legends.
Hopefully the team,
League of Legends
the team can
in a
carry.
way.
League of Legends is
Really,
5
we are not
person.
alone.
There's a lot of
And
enemies
also-
in
I
a
was-
small space.
Oh,
Gonna try to not move.
Okay.
33 in one shot,
Don't
I don't
move,
think
and
it's gonna
hopefully
be
someone is going to be able to revive you. Okay, good.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm up.
yeah,
I'm in.
33 in
Okay.
one chat would be hard.
Okay,
I don't know how
I'm
you
back.
do that. I think
Yeah, thank you.
I think you like the
So
the
this is the
people you
last step?
spawned in is the only
I think
people
it's
you can
my
talk to.
All
I guess.
right.
Like group chat or party chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it?
That's
Yeah,
it.
So I
Sounds
just
like
I don't
a-
I don't
Yeah,
see
we
how
did
you
it.
could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like squad in a way. I think
So
where you
now
can
we've
like
ascended.
shoot a message to
Yeah.
other people.
That was
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
first chapter of first book. Is that how I should think about it?
Yeah.
It's the first world, so it's Inferno.
Yeah.
Each region has its whole big set of challenges and everything,
And this is all on the map.
and its final boss fight.
That's what this is. Well, since we've basically come through unscathed so far, this should be easy.
Oh, I like the design.
Yeah, it's easy. You saved us from having to kill the final boss.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tease.
Ah, I like it. I like it. Well, best of luck to you and the team and everything that's going on. Can't wait for this game to come out. I won't ask for the date because I know that's unfair. But it was great to have in the show and great for you to come down and we got the opportunity to play. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for watching Showcase Extended. I love these opportunities to show more about everything that you saw in the showcase itself. Thanks to everybody that supported us and have a great week. Thanks, everybody.
That was pretty cool.
That was not the showcase though.
Yeah, that wasn't its showcase. That was just extended.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like there was games I didn't see, like the